What's up?
Your boy Colo Red.
Joffrey with a G.
Man, running the streets, man. We thought we was grown. You know what I mean? Trying to keep up with you. You know the big boys, man.
Man, wildin' out, bro. Remember Top Lot?
Yes, sir.
Posting up.
Jet in, jet out.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, life, it was just great, man.
Family oriented.
Lynn Street.
You remember the smokestacks, bro?
Blacktop, though, under the shelter. That's where it was at. Common ground, border. What's up? This your boy Face Cap 1.
And it's Joffrey with a G.
Doing our thing. How you feel? You feel professional?
I'm feeling good, man. This is it's nice right here.
Yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice, man. It's different.
Very
different. It ain't gonna do nothing but get greater later. So that's how we plan on doing it. How about yourself, G-Mo?
Hey,
you try to get greater later?
I'm great now, baby.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And it's only gonna get better. You know, more wealthy, more healthy,
that's
longevity.
It. That's it.
You know what I mean?
What you got? Oh, let me hold on. Let me fix your mic.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we got it. We got it though. But what's on your mind, G-Mo, man? We here?
I mean, just life, bruh. The
city crazy right now.
Yeah.
Chattanooga.
Some things.
Chattanooga, Tennessee, crazy right now. Hey, my homegirl, she called me in Atlanta. She said, because I'm up here. And she said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good. What's up?" It was just random. And she like, mass shooting in Chattanooga. I'm like,
yeah.
I said, damn, I thought about it. And then I thought about it. I'm like, mass shooting, like.
Them youngins, man.
Yeah, so I said it to say I'm so desensitized with black on black that I guess it is considered a mass shooting. But when you think of mass shooting, you think school, you think some crazy white guy with a rifle shooting up stuff. But yeah, I mean, we so used to, the black on black thing that I guess we don't really label it as a
just
mass shooting.
Yeah,
even though it is a mass shooting, I guess.
It's a mass shooting, and you so used to, when there's black kids or black men doing the shootings, you used to hearing the gang stuff. And in this case, it's just a disagreement, and then a bunch of people got shot. It's not necessarily gang activity.
That we know of. When you're ear to the streets, it can be anything. But according to the media, it's just, and some hearsay is just, I mean,
and this, as far as I know, is not a black people dominated area any longer where the shooting took place. It was like downtown.
Well, that's gentrification.
Where everything is kind of happening at. So.
Well, hold on. Which shooting you talking about? Because it was two different.
Oh.
You talking about the one that happened at
that's
Market Street or whatever?
Yeah.
That one? Nah, it's a new one that just happened. I think at some club called something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know about
say like 14. When I looked at the
14
people got shot. 3
people
got killed. So that's
how many?
3 people. 3 people.
So
when I looked it up,
and that's
online,
crazy.
Because I mean, of course, I heard about it, but I didn't think nothing of it. But she calling me from a totally different state,
right?
And reached out to me like, "You all right?"
I mean, but that's love though, for real.
Oh, it is, man. It said Chattanooga we said 14 shot. This according to News Channel 9. So it said 14 shot. 3 dead after shooting near downtown Chattanooga bar.
Right.
So,
and that's
they label it as a mass shoot. Yeah, wow, it made ABC News.
I mean, that is a mass shooting. 14 people got shot.
It is. I mean, it is a mass shooting. Again, I'm so used to black
like
people, you know, getting into
stereotype.
situations. Yeah, so it's, I don't want to even call it bittersweet, you know, because there ain't nothing sweet about it. But it's just like, I don't know what to call it. I don't know the proper term to call it, but it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, if you know, man, just pray for our city, man.
That's it.
It's time to definitely heal. You know,
Right.
I mean, it's the beginning. It ain't even the beginning of the summer yet.
Well, it just started technically. What's today,
June, like June 20th is like the beginning of summer. So it's like late spring. It ain't.
Yeah.
I know
we halfway through the year though.
Yeah, we're halfway through the year. Just start getting really hot here. I don't even think it hit. I don't even think it hit 95 yet. You know, so I don't know, man. It's just people wilding out.
Yeah.
People disagree.
People just gotta learn how to disagree respectfully. You know, or you know, just because I disagree with you. Not to say that's this case. We just moving forward. Just in general. Just because I disagree with you, don't mean that I hate you. You know, it's just everybody have a different type of opinion. I mean, I have a friend with a guy on Facebook. I mean, like we agreed on. I forgot what we agreed on, but we have a lot of agrees and disagrees. You know what I mean, back and forth. But, and it's healthy. It's cool. You know, he respect. You know, I give him my perspective, even with women online. You know, I give him my perspective about things, and I'm like, oh wow, I never thought of it that way. And then, you know, if it's something I disagree with them and they give me a perspective, I'm like, okay, I can see where you're coming from. Because at the end of the day, life is about perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so.
You know, and sometimes, man, you know, people have their perceptions too. You know, and I always tell people sometimes perception can be a liar. You know, because you see what you want to see. And you may perceive it in an incorrect way.
Yeah, take it out of context.
Definitely.
I mean, people do that all the time. I mean, even with Kevin Samuels, right? With Average at Best video. That little snippet, you can run with it.
It went viral.
You can let your imagination run wild with that little snippet, you know. But when you see it in its entirety, you understand where he's coming from when he said average at best. You know, it's like.
I mean, you don't look, people. You don't ask for somebody's opinion and then get upset. You ask for the answer. You know, I'm 5'9", so I'm not about to ask you to tell me that I'm 6 feet tall or something. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, it's the height within that matters.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell me, nah, G man, you short, dude. Like, I'm 5'9", so I know I'm not 6 feet tall. So if you say, I don't know, bro, you look like you might be 5'10", I might say, well, you don't have a ruler, you don't have. You ain't measuring me, so you think I'm taller than I really am. But it's all good. Appreciate it.
It's all good.
So
you know, at the end of the day, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Is there someone for everybody? Yes and no, right? I mean, if you don't get out much, I mean, your person could be in Oregon, but if you're not in Oregon, you know, you're not going to get that person. You know, it is what it is. You got to get outside your comfort zone. I actually told a chick that on Facebook. You know, she was saying the men trash, and all that stuff.
Here we go.
And I just like, where do you go to find these men? What's your type? And then, you know, when women do go on a rant, I like to go to their photos, right?
Yeah.
And I go to their photos not just to look at them. I go to the photos to see the type of guys they around, they turn up with. In generally, it's safe to say that's their type. I just like to see their type. And I'm like, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I can tell this type of dude is no good.
So I want to put this out there real quick. So back in the day, the winners were the guys that went out there, provided for their families. They were, you know, upstanding dudes, you know.
Right.
you know, they were good guys. Those were considered the winners. The losers were the pimps, the drug dealers, the criminals. Those were the losers. Now, you call the losers lame back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It really hasn't changed, but now lame is the winners.
Well,
And the ones that's the losers are the ones that the women are attracted to.
well, I mean, Pastor Troy said it best, vice versa.
It's definitely vice versa.
If heaven was hell and vice versa. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's the society we live in where we praise the buffoonery, you know.
Yeah.
Cool is the new lame. Lame is cool, you know, in that respect. But, you know, life is perspective, but, you know, it is what it is. But, they praise the negativity.
It's upside down, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
I mean, I looked at a few snippet videos, and as we go forward, we're going to do, review videos where we look at, you know, women saying certain things, men saying certain things, whatever, and just give our opinion. But looking at, you know, videos like that, women, they like bad boys. They have, like, I seen a video where I can't think of this chick name. I think her name, I don't know. She's from the island or something. Got this show called Pineapple or something like that. Whatever.
All right.
But she, the nature of the video, the thing is, she have guys call in that wanna, like, speed dating type thing.
All right.
The man introduced themselves. This is what I do. You know, she don't like the guy. She'll say pineapple, move on to the next guy. So it's like speed dating. Right?
Yeah.
So this one guy, he's like an astrophysicist or something, or going to school to be an astrophysicist, but he's doing his thing. Actually, I think he graduated doing his thing and about to get stationed in the military or something like that, going overseas. But she didn't like him. She called him lame.
Wow.
And that's the type of guy that she'll want after she become a baby mama. You know, 2 or 3 kids in, and that's the type of guy that she passed, who already got his stuff together, astrophysicist, whatever. He might not live the
That's
dope
big
boy,
money, though.
the dope boy life, you know.
That's big money, though.
It's big money, but they look at that right now and that excitement. Women love excitement, bro. That's why you can't, like.
But I get it, but the excitement is false and it's short lived. Like, I get it why women want that excitement, because you only got to deal with the dude for 6 months to a year, because he's either gonna be dead or in prison. So you move on to the next dude.
Right.
I get it. When you get with a good dude who out there making moves, a mover and a shaker, an actual winner, who he's not lame, he's a winner, right? When you got to deal with a winner, this dude gonna be around. He's a provider, he's a warrior, he's a king. A lot of times they don't want to deal with that dude.
They want him.
They call him lame.
They want him because lame is a safe word for you ain't on his level yet. So because they're not on his level, I'll just call him lame as a cop out.
Right. Yeah.
Because of her shortcomings, and vice versa, a guy's shortcoming. He might call her bougie, but it's just like, bro, financially or whatever the case, you're just not on that woman's level. Right. So you might call her bougie, but at the same time, you do have women that bougie fake. They got these high expectations. That's one thing.
Right.
But a chick that has a minimum or whatever, saying at least have a job, have a car, and then you don't have a car, you don't have a job, and you have the audacity to call a woman bougie. You wrong for that, my guy. Like, if a man don't work, you don't eat. So you need to have a job. You know?
I mean, man, I know all the majority of women are not. I really believe it's a minority of women that's like this, that actually think that the winners are losers and losers are winners. There's women out there that still want the good men.
Oh yeah.
Every man ain't out here shooting up a club, ain't out here trying to be no drug dealer. Who? I mean, if you think about it, if a drug dealer had other opportunities, he wouldn't be doing that neither.
Yeah. I mean, you got smart drug dealers.
Yeah,
I mean, because you got a lot of drug dealers that transition into legitimate businesses, you know, or say they got locked up, they got out, and they went legit. You know what I mean? They ain't back in jail. You know, I mean,
Have you seen that show, The Ozark, bro?
no, I never caught a show of that. I never
So
caught the show.
this was funny to me. Whoever sat at the top of the cartel was snitching.
He was like an informant.
They all it's like no matter who at the head, they allow you to bring it in, they allow you to operate, but you got to give them somebody. So it's like no matter how much you move, they own to you. So it's like I know y'all say ain't no snitching, but when you wrong the boss, who is under the thumb of whatever government organization, whether it's the CIA, the DEA, the FBI, XYZ, ABC, whatever, right? They under their thumb. They making hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, but they under their thumb still. So they got to give them somebody, whoever acting up, whoever bringing the murders in the cities.
Whoever running the city hot,
Basically. So they know who the distributors are. They know who the kingpin is. It's just they murk one, and they move the man they want in position to run the organization.
Right.
But it's really a business. So I know folks be thinking they out there wilding out. It's a business. Like the prison system, the judicial system is
organized chaos.
Right. They know who is who. If they don't know who you are, that mean you not major. It's that simple. You still petty.
Yeah.
So
all it takes is one time, one slip up.
Yeah,
especially if you're making money and you say you major, but you major low key. It take one slip up. Maybe one of your partners too flashy.
Yeah.
Something. You get caught up on the humble, and they'll find out who you are, who you is.
Real quick.
Yeah. Real quick. It remind me of, what movie was that? Not ATL, but it's it was shot in Atlanta. Superfly. Because he was, you seen that?
He was under the radar.
He was super under the radar. They didn't know who he was, but he was clocking.
And that's what that's what I'm getting at. It don't mean that you ain't making money. You making money, but they don't look at you as a major player because
you're not loud.
You're not loud. The people that you're under or whatever, they gave you the proper training, the wisdom, the knowledge of the game. You know, they running it somewhat like a business, which they kind of respect that. But I mean, when you out here wilding out, you bring an unnecessary heat to your organization or whatever you doing.
That unnecessary heat, boy, that'll get you resting in peace.
Yeah,
man, or in the jail cell.
And I'm gonna tell you, if you bringing that heat to what you doing, your homeboys ain't gonna hesitate to out you.
Oh man,
because if you the one that's messing everybody's money up, it's a done deal.
And that's when that comes that back door. You get backdoored.
Yeah. You
know, especially if your people ain't eating too. So if you the only one shining, and sometimes situations like that where you the only one shining for real, and everybody else just byproduct of your shining. They create that envy. You know, you got a bunch of pit bull Rottweilers around you, and they ain't eating.
Hey,
they hungry though.
You might be the big bad wolf.
Man, you a piece of meat.
But the pit bull, like the Rottweiler, everybody looking at you like, shoot, we want to eat too. And right now, we looking at eating you.
Man, what we gonna do with the youth in the streets, man?
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
I just want to pull out the belt and whoop all of them.
Gotta show them love. Like, love conquer all things, bro. Like, so that's what's a lot of these young cats missing. You know, when I'm out there in the streets and I hear "What up, OG?" they don't even know me, but they real recognize.
I'm about to say they recognize something.
So
they see that energy, like he's.
If you see Joffrey with a G out there, man, you know, holla at me. There ain't nothing but love for you. I ain't got my nose up at you. I ain't too good for you. I'm getting mines. You
Just
know,
don't move too fast.
you know, that's how the cities, the counties, they do their planning. And it's based off the education levels of the people. So you know if you have a low education level in a certain neighborhood and then it's crime written, you know it's gonna bring the property value down, get the people out. The people that move in, they doctors and lawyers, you know, master degrees, you know, bachelor degrees, master degrees, doctorates.
Right.
So now you raising the property value up. I mean, and it's a science. And you beef up security so law enforcement is around. You gentrify the neighborhood. You raise the price to where that mindset has to go. It won't survive there. And it sticks out like a sore thumb because
everybody else is so
right. Yeah, you just know it. You know, and I get that sometimes. It's like, oh, you're articulate or whatever. So you're not that guy.
right.
You're not the typical
You're a good one.
black guy. I'm like,
You don't fit the stereotype.
Yeah, you know, I be wanting to go in, but it's just like,
But you know too much to go in.
yeah, it's like, man, that's not even my battle, man. Like,
See, when you're educated, you know when and when not to speak. See, if you heard that and you wasn't educated to the degree that you are, you would incite an argument.
yeah,
You would go violent. But since you understand, like, it's a science to this, I understand gentrification. I know how it works. I see it. You ain't just targeting me. You targeting the science behind it that you were taught,
right,
the condition.
right,
So that you're attacking the condition, because if me being the same color, not to say it won't happen because, you know, racism exists, but you can see me in a totally different venue or area and you wouldn't react to me the same.
yeah, it's
You
true.
know? So even if you was a stand-up guy and you was in the bad parts, a police might pull you over and just like know you out of pocket. Like,
yeah, like, hey man,
you don't
you
lost.
you need to leave.
Yeah, like you lost, sir. What you mean?
They know.
Like, nah, you look really out of place here.
You carry yourself different.
Mm-hmm.
You may look like someone, but your character. You know, I used to laugh when we was younger, and they used to say, your attitude determines your altitude.
Mm.
I used to laugh at the teachers. That was like a mantra we used to say when we went to Hareberley and what was that, Washburn, all those schools, right? And I used to think it was funny, and then you get older, and you like, dang,
They was right.
that's right. Like your attitude, everything about you, about me, it starts in the mind. Everything that happens to you that's around you is all about you. You invite all your whole atmosphere. Everything that's violent, there's crime written, that's negative about your life, you invited it. Whether you say, man, it was given to me. Well, you adopted it, didn't you? You freaking signed on a dotted line like, hey, this me right here. Or you can flip it though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you do your transformation, it say you get old enough of age, and you say, you know what, man, hey, it's a new day. I got a new mindset. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, every day people change every day. So every day, look at every day as a new year. You know, you have a new, fresh time. You have new time. Every day you have new time. You know, so from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. tomorrow, you can change 8 a.m. tomorrow. You could be something different. So you never set in any kind of way. You know, you got to be bigger than the influence.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to look within. Whether you want this type man, you know, and if a stand-up guy, moi, say see you say you post something on Facebook and you half naked twerking, but you want a good dude. So I'm like, all right, I like to say I'm a good dude, I'm a good guy, but I said, damn, you twerking and being half naked, you're pretty, but you bring out the dog in me. And it's like, I need for women to understand, like, I can be a good dude, but the way your behavior is, you're not bringing that good dude energy out of me. Amongst dudes that's already on some thirsty stuff, dudes that's already no good. So you're gonna attract all the dudes that's no good, and the good dudes gonna see you, but the good dudes ain't gonna want to keep you.
Man,
like your image is everything,
bro. I never thought I'd see the day where a woman would reject the king for the court jester. Because a lot of these dudes who these women calling the dude, that's a court jester. They trying to be seen. They straight clowns. Man. I mean, if you think about it, they clowns. But they say that's hot. You don't even want a king, because with a king comes order.
A king is boring because of order.
Order
is boring. Chaos. Women love chaos. It's exciting. They can't just stay home and do this. See, they want all that. The thing is, a lot of them want that after they have kids with the court jester. Yeah. Or they have kids with the clown. Exactly, the known clown. So I'm not talking about you was in a long-term relationship with a guy. He was a good dude.
And it just went bad.
It just didn't go bad. I'm talking about the dude that he's going to be a terrible father. He's not going to be in a kid's life. He's just an F-boy. Like he had no dreams, nothing. And you had a baby by him, or say he was a known player. And a lot of you women have babies by these known players. And he's going to play you, especially when he had a history of he played her. You got him because he was talking to her.
Right.
And why do you think you're going to be special?
Right. You
still have a baby by him, like 2 or 3, 4, 5 other women had babies by him, thinking they were special, that they was going to change him. Why do you think that after all that history, why you think that you were going to be the one that changed him? And then you have his baby anyway, and then you mad at him.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, ladies, if you think you are the one, then that means you're the one that's gonna stay there while he doing everything he doing. Because most of the time, man, I mean, a dude ain't gonna stop that. It's just like my woman asking me to stop getting money. Why would I do that? I ain't never gonna stop getting money.
The dude ain't gonna stop. Only time a dude gonna stop something if it ain't getting him the women. If it ain't getting him any women, and like a dude ain't necessarily looking for a healthy relationship. Let me put it this: guys are looking for healthy relationships, but I'm talking about the F boys. They're not looking for a healthy relationship. They're looking for a good time. So,
yeah. I mean, that's keeping it 100, though.
They're looking for a good time. So, if what he's doing going to get him a good time, why would he change it up?
All right, it's just a good time.
Now, if he's looking for a healthy, long-term relationship and it's not working for him, then he needs to change something within, because what he's doing only making him into a good time, making his situation into a good time. But if this known player just looking for a good time, he's going to continue his ways until his ways is not producing that good time anymore. And then he's going to do something else.
So, man, this is something I noticed about a good time, though, bruh. Mm-hmm. Ain't no structure in that.
Not at all.
So, at some point, it's predictable. Like the downfall, that is.
I mean, it is, but I'm just saying, if a guy is not on a straight, narrow course, like that's all he good for is just being an F boy.
Right.
I mean, he's not looking for anything long term.
I mean, if that woman on that same path, then she just need to let that be what it is. Don't fantasize about that guy who just want to have a good time, settling down, because you got to understand, if your energy and his energy is matching at that moment, it ain't about nothing. Because you got to understand, when you build a foundation, look at it. You look at your foundation and you count the cost. If you building your foundation on a pile of worms, it's gonna be garbage. But if you bring out the backhoe and then you start pouring concrete, you know what I mean, and you start measuring stuff, like, yeah, man, the 90-degree looking good, or whatever the stonemasons use, right? You know what I mean? So
protractor.
Yeah, they get everything, a solid foundation, and then start building a house. That's when you say, oh yeah, this the one. But the one that's building that house out of straw, that ain't it right there. I mean, it's just, we get caught up in image.
I think somebody had posted something that this chick posted something on Facebook. She said guys are in love with the body and women are in love with the pockets. That's it. True.
But see, and women get caught up in the potential. If you let them tell you, they admit, like, yeah, they see potential sometimes.
Yeah.
And so they'll settle. But if that guy's potential don't manifest into what they thought he was gonna be, they want to up and leave, because we in a right now society. They not gonna wait for you to become Bill Gates. They don't.
Well, I tell you what, maybe that's good and bad, because it's one thing. I tell you this, nothing wrong with potential, right?
Right.
It's when a potential with no work is bad. Potential with the work is good.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem in the black community, is they don't like, or a lot of, because the women want the right now.
Yeah.
They don't see the potential with the work. They tend to be with guys that have potential without the work. So he might just sit up there and play video games all day, tell her what she want to hear, smash her good. Yes, he has potential. Yes, she see that he's intelligent, but he ain't putting in the work. But they still get with this guy, but dismiss the guy that has potential, that's doing the work.
Right.
So he's not a doctor right now, but he's in school to be a doctor. He just graduated. He's doing an internship at Memorial or Erlanger or Grady Hospital or Emory. But it's like the have and have nots. It's like, not all black women. It's like black women sometimes don't care about the middle class of men. So either you have to be top tier, already make it 200, 100, 200, 500 $1 million a year, or you got to be a bum, which you can give them all the time. They get to run your life. They get to assert their authority. They get to live in their masculinity, taking care of you like you're their son. But the middle men, the community, are the ones that have potential with the work. They get looked over. So the high class and the low class, but the middle class gets screwed. Just like in society, the middle class always gets screwed.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So,
I mean, but
I hope I made sense.
Y'all get it though. I mean, and
the middle class of men.
Whether you get it or not, this is the Opinion Hated Podcast. So, Negro, please.
Negro, please.
I mean, and that's, and ladies, I'm gonna just tell you like this. A dude making $250 a year, he will smash, but you don't have a chance. I'm gonna be brutally honest on this. If you out of shape, you got baby daddies, you don't have a chance. Cause I mean, it may look good on the surface, but at 25 and you already got that belly and you ain't had no kids yet, you don't have a chance.
See, women got to understand, look, we respect that when you're at your peak, pretty, from 18 to 25, 27, even to 30, right? So from 18 to 30, you legal, whatever. Like when you're baddest, you're twerking in the club. We respect your currency, right? You got the pick of the litter. So you don't have to get this guy. You don't have to get that. You know what I mean? Because you're at the top. You're at the top. So when a man that's at his top, what that has all these options, it's like you had all these options in your 20s and all that you can just run through men. So when a man is at the top of his game, like the reality of things, why would he choose a woman that got kids? It's so many women out there without kids. The world, I mean, he can travel. He has enough money where his passport can stay tatted up. So he can go to this country, that country. He has options. So like, why would he settle for a woman that has kids? And why would a woman that have kids dismiss so many eligible dudes, so many great dudes to get this top tier dude that's not really looking at you? He will smash you. He will date you. He will take you to Ruth Chris. It's him taking you to Ruth Chris or any expensive restaurant is just like me taking you to Applebee's. Yeah. You know, me taking you to Applebee's is not impressive, but me taking a hood chick to Applebee's is everything. Yeah. So just look at that in that perspective. Like him taking you to Ruth Chris is equivalent to me taking a hood rat to
it's nothing.
The Chili's, it's nothing, you know? So it's like, but yes, he will smash because guess what? Pretty is pretty. Pretty is, whether I have $0 in the bank or $1 million in the bank, one thing a man gonna recognize is pretty is pretty. Pretty is universal. So if your currency is good, yes, that top tier man will notice you. That top tier man will smash you. But
he can't bring you to around his colleagues.
If he can't bring you around his colleagues, and you can't be loud and nails this long, that don't look good. And that's that upper echelon of society. All that hood rat behavior does not look good. Red carpet type stuff, it don't look good. Now, that's that type of man you want. But if you want a entertainer, a rapper, or a basketball player, that's one thing.
That's all for sure.
That's all for sure. That's different. And you know what that's gonna bring. But if you want CEO of Bank of America, you know, somebody that's a CFO, somebody that's, you know, in the upper HR or something, you know what I mean, that's making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, you gotta look in the mirror and say, how you carry yourself, would that look good around his colleagues?
Right.
You have to put that into perspective. Can he take you to these places, or are you gonna have pink, yellow, and green hair looking like, you know, you're in a rap video?
Sometimes you know, those people are influencers. You know, you may do something like if I got on me a Ohio State hat, you know, I know I'm here in the South. I'm gonna get somebody gonna say something. You know, Big Ten, you know, Buckeyes, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's just they gonna roll tide. They gonna say, you know, go Georgia, you know, go Dogs or something to me. You know, that's I'm gonna hear that. You know, it's just people need to understand that when it comes to relationships, you need to know your worth. And I'm not saying that what we call a hood rat can't grow up to be that queen and be running a Fortune 500 company. Right. It all start with your mind, though. Yeah. You know, that when they say garbage in, garbage out, that's for real. What you let in and what you keep, and then you start speaking.
Welcome